Hi guys, my name is Matt and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Recently I've been spending a lot of time in my redstone testing world, and that's got me thinking about slimes. Specifically how flatland worlds that are not set to peaceful will very quickly become overrun with slimes, rather like this world I'm in now is. Right, I've set it to peaceful mode and now I am not being chased by a herd of angry slimes. Perfect. Except now my iron farm doesn't work anymore. So let's say for one reason or another, maybe it's because you have a mob-based farm like this, or for some other reason, but for whatever reason, you want to rid your Superflat world of slimes without having to put it on peaceful mode. There are three ways that we can do this, and the method that you're going to want to use is going to depend on what you actually want to use your Superflat world for. Now I've come back here to the main menu because the first method we're going to look at involves playing around with the settings that you put in when you initially create a new world. When we go into single player and create a new world, we're going to set our world type to Superflat, and then below that we have this customize button. If we click on that, it's going to give us a list of the blocks that make up our Superflat world. So by default we get one grass block with 2 dirt blocks underneath and a layer of bedrock at the bottom. Now so long as these numbers on the right here add up to 40 or more, slimes will not be able to spawn in our Superflat world. The way we change this is by going into presets, and then we can either select one of these presets down here that has more than 40 layers. So for example, Tunneler's Dream has 230 layers of stone, so that's plenty. The other way, we can come into this bar at the top and just change the numbers around here so there is enough for us. So I'm just going to change the layers of dirt there to 38 and click use preset. So we now have a grass block, 38 layers of dirt, and our bedrock, which gives us 40 layers. So if I create this new world now, you will see that when this loads up, there will not be any slimes spawning. But let's say you wanted to play at a lower Y level for some reason. Say to build a giant tower that went all the way from bedrock to the sky limit. Well, that's where our second method comes in. Now I'm back in a classic flat world here at Y equals 4, and you're going to need to make sure that your cheats are enabled for this method. So I'm just going to set this to peaceful temporarily until I've done this. I'm going to type slash to bring up my cheat bar, and I'm going to type slash gamerule DoMobSpawning false. Oops, false. Now if I set this back to normal, we see we have no more slimes appearing all over the place. And if I just grab, say, a zombie egg for some hostile mob here, I can still spawn in hostile mobs. Obviously he's going to burn because it's daylight, but he is not going to instantly disappear as he would if it was on peaceful mode. So that solves our problem of slimes without us having to be on peaceful mode and without us having to be at a higher Y elevation. And as you can see, our 2 zombies here are perfectly fine, and there goes an iron golem right now. However, the problem with the mob spawning command is it doesn't only apply to slimes, it applies to all the mobs. So what if we wanted a way to rid our world of slimes while leaving all the other mobs alone? This brings us to our third and final method of dealing with the slimes. It is a little bit more technical than the other two. It involves using command blocks, and I will put all the commands that I've used in the video, both the one I used previously and the 2 I'm about to show you, down in the description as well. To start off, we are of course going to need ourselves a command block. Now the only way to get one of these is with the /give command, so I will go ahead and give myself one of those really quickly right now. Now that I've got this, we're going to be placing down 2 of these. The first one is going to be getting rid of the slimes, and the second one is going to be cleaning up any items that they drop. So the first one, we'll place that down and go into it here. This is a very simple command. It is just very simply kill at E, and then in square brackets, type equals slime, close those square brackets, and that is all you need to do. Before we close this block down, we're going to change this first box here to repeat, and over here we're going to set it to always active. Hit done, and now that is going to be constantly going, immediately killing any slimes that happen to spawn. Now that we have all of our slimes being nicely killed off, we need a way of cleaning up the slime balls that they are going to be dropping. So we'll drop down another command block here and go into this one. Now this command is going to be a little bit more complicated than the first, and I'd like to give a quick shout out to Reddit user SkyIsCool for actually helping me out with this command. And this is the command that you need to put into your command block. Like I said, this will be in the description, so you can just copy and paste it. We have the first part of it, which says type equals item, which is telling the command block to get rid of any ground items, but we don't want it to be getting rid of all items because that might interfere with other stuff. So we have the second part here, the NBT equals part, which is specifying that it only is going to do that if the item is a slime ball. The main points you need to make sure you get right here are that you have a comma between the first part, the type equals item part, and the NBT equals part, that your second item, the item in those braces after NBT equals, is capitalized, and then that all the different braces and colons and quotation marks go exactly where they need to go. The last thing you need to do with this is, like the first block, set it to repeat and always active, hit done, and then that is our setup complete. Now you will have, because you've got these two command blocks constantly running these commands, as you can see it's going to be showing you those commands up the left hand side of your screen there in your chat box. So if that is bothering you and you want to get rid of it, you can just go into your options and chat settings and then either hide the chat completely like that, or you can scale the chat down like this so that it's going to be out of your way. Well guys, I'm afraid that's all I've got for you for today. Hopefully at least one of those 3 methods I've shown you will be useful to you. As always, drop a comment to let me know what you thought. If you liked it, then leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content from me. Bye bye.